Hey, good looking, just having my morning coffee in Ibiza, currently celebrating. One of my clients got 4 days with him as we have had epic growth the last 12 months, really been a few years, but this year, 2025, we've had epic growth and celebrating the road to 8 figures, almost at the 833K per month run rate. And he's hired a villa and we're having a lot of fun. Of course, I don't drink. I haven't had a drink for 2 years, but it's fun to be able to celebrate and enjoy the process and the progress that we are making towards this goal. And I just wanted to share some reflections upon the way. And the first one is to enjoy the journey. It doesn't matter what kind of business you're growing, doesn't matter what trajectory you're on, doesn't matter where you are. Most of the fun comes from the process, and this isn't news to you. You've heard other people say this. It's the journey, it's the becoming, it's the growing, it's the figuring out. It's about moving fast and enjoying it as much as you can. So quite often we got this nice villa, it sleeps 18 people and it overlooks the water. So we're in the pool, we got an acoustic guy playing music from Ireland, and we're overlooking the beach, the waters, and we're just like reflecting and talking about how epic it is on the growth. And I'm just reminded of these are the moments why we do these things. It's being around epic people, doing epic things, and enjoying it as much as possible. Because once we hit our goal, it's not like our world is going to materially change. I think it's Eckhart Tolle said, no, it's Byron Katie. Byron Katie said, there's not much difference in who you are once you reach your goals. You're still going to be sitting, standing, and moving. Like, that's all you're going to do. You're going to sit, you're going to stand, you're going to move. And you may change what you wear, you may change where you move, but fundamentally, not a lot changes once you hit this arbitrary number that you come up with. So the most important thing is to just enjoy the journey of becoming, enjoy the journey of reaching there. And if it's your first 50K, 100K months that you're chasing, that is often the most fun and exhilarating because you kind of don't know what you're doing, you kind of do. You have outlandish optimism and you're just trying a bunch of things and you're riding this momentum wave. Or if you're not riding a momentum wave, you're trying to figure it out and you still got this excitement because you see this future that's compelling, that's exciting, that's moving you forward, that's getting you out of bed, that's getting you to create epic content, that gets that energy inside of you. So a lot of times people, once they reach the goal, they often would like to go back to that initial first phase where they are becoming, where they are in the pursuit of it, because it's not the getting of, it's the actual pursuit that lights you up and excites you more than anything. So really a big reflection for me is to enjoy this process of whatever it is. Your goal is great because it's your North Star, but it's just a North Star, it's a guiding principle, it's getting you forward. The real joy is the everyday doing. And the more you can feel alive, the more you can enjoy that process, the more that you can be obsessed about what you're doing, the brand you're building, the life you're building, the better the journey becomes and the faster you actually get there. But it's not about getting there, it's about enjoying it as much as possible and feeling alive, like alive and activated. Like you ignite a piece of you that enjoys the process so much that you don't get lost in the outcome and trying to be destination disease focused or destinationitis, where it's just like, I just want to get to B and I'll graft and I'll sacrifice and I'll quit everything and like I'll go in monk mode. You could do that, or you could just take some time to enjoy the journey, the process, where you're going, just at a nice cafe. But that's like probably the biggest thing, because once we hit 8-figure run rate per year on a monthly basis, like nothing is going to change much more. Once you are having most of your needs covered, like not a lot truly changes. All that changes is how much you can enjoy the now. So wherever you are, take time to enjoy the process. And it's not the first time you've heard this, but like consider the question, how can you enjoy today more and more? And that leads to the second big reflection, which is your energy is 80% of this game. In the coaching world, people buy into coaching, coaches, not coaching, and they buy into who you are more than what you do. If you're a cool guy and people resonate with you and people watch your content and they enjoy it, it's only a matter of time until people buy. It's content consumption, that's the game. But what really moves the needle is your energy, your presence, your leadership, your authenticity, how real, how raw. That is 80% of the game. And I really learned that with Garrett J. White when I did Wake Up Warrior. He says he'd prefer someone with fire over function. Like fire being like they just got this fire in the belly, burning desire to go out and change the world, make shit happen, move mountains, rather than someone who's, mapped out a 97-step plan to go and achieve his goal, and he's got every step micromanaged, controlled, and strategized and worked out, and it needs to be following that sequence, and he needs to be in a perfect mood to be able to execute. The guy with the fire is going to crush it all day because he's got insane momentum. So it's really about being you, being this journey of you. The more unapologetic you can be you, and the more you can express that, because brand is really about self-discovery and then self-expression. So how much can you know and learn about yourself and your X factor and your unique genius and your X factor and what you're here to do, and then how much can you go and share that with the world. So how deeply can you understand yourself and build the foundation, build the roots of the tree, and then how much can that tree flourish and the expression, which will then determine the fruit that comes out of the tree, and how much your business will flourish. And the shortcut is your energy, but it's not a shortcut because it's the hardest thing to be able to build to a level where people can feel it. Like today we were just I spent the most expensive smoothie I've ever had. It was €19, which is probably like 18, 17 pounds, which for me in Aussie dollars, because I live in England, but like in Aussie dollars it's like $40. But it was so insane. It had 4 lines of ingredients of what's in it, and then they put it in a quantum energy activation for a few minutes to activate it even more, which is just insane. But it was so good. And then the lady there, we said we love coffee, so she gave us coffee recommendations, she gave us brunch recommendations, she gave us bakery recommendations, and she was just giving, and then we're talking so much about different stories, and then she's like, oh my God, you guys are amazing. And she was just giving so much because our energy was just pure sharing, presence, fun, like making them laugh, having a good time. And when you are that energy and you're open, good things, like you're open to receive, and good things come back to you. And I think energy over strategy wins 80% of the time. Yes, you need to know how to write the right message, speak to the right person, move them through a sequence of getting them from a crowd to curious to committed to client, from cold to sold, from cold to hot. But it's also about becoming the greatest version of you. And that is the most courageous, the most consistent, the most alive, the most activated version that you can be, and then putting that out there into the world. So there's some reflections. And I mean, just being in Ibiza, especially when we left in England and we were driving to the airport and it was raining, being around good weather, good energy, good people, getting out of your everyday habits, getting out of your office, whatever that is, your home office, a literal office, your laptop, less sunlight, more sunlight, less screen time, and just getting away from your laptop and from the daily hustle, the everyday grind makes a huge difference, because you're able to get out of that consistent thinking programming that's actually created your results. And if your results aren't aligned with the what you want, then something needs to change. So you need to change the input. And to be able to do that, one of the easiest ways is to change your environment. To be around a high vibe, sunny, beautiful environment can be that trigger for you to change something in your life. That's why when I went to Bali last year for the 7-figure mastermind, it was incredible. Opened my eyes, changed my view and perspective on content, on marketing, on offers, and built incredible relationships because I flew to the other side of the world. Like, I fucking loved it. Same as this, like, I feel my energy is cleansed and I feel more pure and I feel like I've recharged my batteries. The great Dean Jackson is a great marketer. He says breakthroughs don't happen from your laptop. Like, nobody gets a breakthrough by being on their laptop and being in a Word doc, being inside of a funnel, looking at social media. No breakthroughs happen, man. Breakthroughs happen when you leave environments that are comfortable and normal to you. And I've had many breakthroughs here. I've had just more time to just not open my laptop. I haven't opened my laptop for 3 days and it's been incredible. And time just to be more present and to enjoy, not to work, because the more white space and the more spaces you have in between the notes of the music, the more the music can flourish. The more breathing you can have, the better the output can be of your life. So even yoga, I did it. We went to a lovely hotel, Oku, phenomenal, one of the best hotels I've stayed in. And they had a yoga class. So I was like, yeah, let's do yoga. It was 90 minutes. And the 3 songs for Shavasana, which is at the end when you're laying down, were just so beautiful and received so much. And one of them was just flourishing. I saw nature and my ideas going out to the world, the ecosystem, and just flourishing and growing and nurturing and becoming into something greater. And it was just so beautiful. I was just laying there with a smile and just felt that all over my body. But that came from being outside of England, being at, it was a 5-star hotel, very nice hotel, and an hour and a half just to do nothing, but just to nurture my body. So that will be the third and final reflection, is breakthroughs don't happen inside your comfort zone, whether it be in front of your laptop, inside of your daily work environment. Sometimes you need a jolt and to leave your environment to find new ideas and to be able to reset, to recharge, and to renew your energy and excitement that you have for whatever it is you want to do. Because the best way to move towards what you want to achieve is to do it where you feel alive, activated, on fire, and people can feel that energy coming from within you, and that will get people to resonate with your message and who you are, more than crafting the perfect script, more than spending 2 hours on content, more than giving it to ChatGPT to fucking review, because that's the easiest way to lose the soul. And this business is about soul. If you're selling coaching, you're selling you. You are the offer, you are the product. And the biggest impact of your business is your energy. It's 80%. It's energy, and then 20% will be strategy. Yes, strategy is important, but how many times have you been to an event with the same guys and you've left with a page full of notes, to-do items, and you haven't done them? I've done that. It's because the identity wasn't activated inside of you to go out and become the person that can execute them on them, no matter how big or small they are. It's that energy that you need to be in to then tick off the action items and to then move the mountains, shake people up in your world, and go make the impact that you're born to make. And that's why when I do my VIP days with clients, I include saunas, ice baths, because when I went to Bali in the 7-figure mastermind, the greatest conversations happen when we're in the pool, when we're having breakfast, when we're having a sauna, when we're doing a workout, like after yoga. I remember after I did yoga on day 1, I was so chill. I did this yoga and I just felt like rubber. I felt flexible, I felt soft, I felt just, cup was full energy, like overflow energy. And then I sat down and I met Hamza the day before. Hamza Ahmed, you may have heard of him, he's got a couple mil YouTube subs. I met him the day before. So I sat down next to him and just chatting away. I was like, oh dude, so good to meet you, sit down with you and like just chat. And I was like pumped to learn YouTube from you. And he was there just to give back. He's like, I don't need anything from this. It's just like, I just want to give back to the community. And then he said, yeah, happy to help, man. Like, if you got any questions on YouTube, happy to answer them now. And my answer was, nah, man, it's all good. It'll all work out. Like, and my energy was that good. I was just like, I don't need any questions answered by Hamza, who has millions of YouTube subs. Everything's cool, man. And then I just laughed and he laughed. And then I was like, actually, I'd like to know like how you do this. And then I just asked him more tactical questions because I was out of my like, everything is cool, I'm in flow energy, which was from yoga. And I had to get back into, okay, let's get some practical or some strategy questions and asking questions. And then he would just open up his phone, walk through the whole process on what he does. And I was just blown away by his generosity and how structured and smart he is behind the scenes. But that never happens when you're at your laptop. That never happens in a structured event, even if you're going. It's like the ability to ask questions when you're in a beautiful state is a blueprint for breakthroughs. That's it. So hopefully you got some value from this video. It's just some reflections, more a journal to myself, just a reminder to enjoy the journey, because the journey is the most important and the most fun bit, because even when you reach your destination, there's always something next. So the journey is the most fun bit, and we're experiencing it every day. The goal you may achieve once every now and then you're just gonna set something new. Secondly, is to be the best energy you can be open, be gracious, be unapologetic you, recharge your batteries. Business is 80% energy, 20% strategy. And then the third is get outside your environment to create breakthroughs. Breakthroughs don't happen in front of your laptop or writing a post. They happen when you're around amazing people doing amazing things and you have amazing energy that then fuels that. So you have the environment to support that. So hopefully it's been useful. That's it for me. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my coffee. I'm wishing you a sexy, amazing day. Peace out.